In this video you will see yet another case for using Excel in a not so smart way, something that I documented in many other occasions, not just on YouTube, for example on my podcast that unfortunately is just in Italian for now. Let's go to see the case so you can understand how you could avoid it, or you can have ideas on how to fix your situation. They said they are seeking a skilled freelancer to develop a dashboard for sales performance data. Something you see that it isn't just like that. The goal is to visualize sales numbers, customer data, and something else that deals with the so-called ERP and leads, since they mention inquiries. The goal looks clear, and here comes the funny part, at least for me, funny and concerning. We have Excel files, one for each month, spanning over 5 years. Something that it is mind-blowing also for who comes from IT. They give this file that we will see, and then they write the requirements that I will gladly skip. Let's go to see the data. Here we have the days of the month. Here we have the total of the inquiries, I suppose. Here we have the channel, and notice that we have a new and other, and this becomes a problem because in traditional customer relationship management, for example HubSpot, instead of 2 columns you have 1 column that mentions the stage, if it is a lead, if it is a client, or it is on discussion phase or so on, depending also on your custom labels. So you see that 1, 2, 3, 4 can become a single column if we reason in terms of traditional CRM. At the bottom we see some descriptive statistics that I find almost useless. Here we see the actual sales. So this part in yellow, it is most likely the leads, that is potential customer. Here we have some notes, something that I could find somewhat useful. And then we have another sheet for, you see a different person here. So each worker has its own sheet, something that, again, in a CRM you wouldn't have, because you would have the contact owner with associated the channel and so on. To say it in a not gentle way, this looks horrific, not just because they used Excel, but because of how they organized the file. If we move on, we see another worker. This one contains sensitive data that I won't show, and also the other one. Here we have something that looks like a dashboard. I don't want to imagine how the workers edit the same file. Most likely they have Microsoft 365 that allows online editing, but something tells me that they are even more disorganized. If you want more tidiness so that your workers also spend less time in this kind of data entry, let's have a free call where we discuss which kind of CRM you could use for your company. You can even self-host one with the open source solution, but maybe you need something more particular. For example, I'm not so against Google Sheets used as a template for CRMs, and the same applies for Airtable or NocoDB. But of course, there are many cases where that kind of approach is up to debate. Let's say it in diplomatic terms. Again, if you want to book your free call where we discuss your situation regarding this aspect of your company, you can find the link in the description, or you can contact me in the contact page of enterprisestatistics.com. You can also contact me in the socials you use more, even though they have more content in Italian, but I generally have no problems to answer in English. Bye, and see you the next time.